Mic check 1 2 1 2, ladies and gentlemen. You're now in the building with your boy Coach K, and this is the first 5, season number 5, episode number 3. Can you stand the rain? Big question to ask you today. And I ask this question because I have been in the storm, and it's been tough. I'll tell you that right now. But we're going to get more into it as we go along. Welcome back to another episode. I appreciate you guys very much. If you don't know the song Can You Stand the Rain, okay, go on Apple Music or Spotify. Type in New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? Download that song, listen to it, take it in. Beautiful song. If you want to hear the acapella version, download Boyz II Men, Can You Stand the Rain? Beautiful song. Amazing. Just amazing tracks. Oh man, music is just something beautiful. Anyways, as we said, the first 5 is designed to motivate, inspire, empower, encourage, energize, and educate you, the listening audience, to do better, move better, and choose better. One step, one rep, and one breath at a time. Always out of love and never for selfish gain. To push you past your potential and position you head, shoulders, knees, and toes above the rest. For you to be at your best. As we proceed to give you what you need, I have to send a special shout out to adversity. And huge props to obstacles, because little did you know, those elements right there have the MVP spirit. What's the MVP stand for? Most major value to their presence. How do they have major value? Why do I say this? Well, for one thing, they fuel the fire that drives these episodes that are focused on endurance, patience, and being persistent, just to name a few topics. Conversations and messages conveyed that encourage the listening audience to keep going, keep moving, keep flowing, keep growing, and keep showing up each and every single day. With that said, we're here today, so let's make the most of it. Here's an energy that you can use right now. Tap in. Have you ever heard of the term, when it rains, it pours? I'm pretty sure you have. It's a very familiar phrase to pretty much everybody. What does it imply? Well, just when you think a particular situation, circumstance, or feeling couldn't get worse, it can. Oh, it can. Everything feels like it's coming at you all at once, leaving a person in a state of shock or paralysis at times, unsure of how to proceed. Disconnected energy from your regular sources can also occur, putting one in a position to be isolated, closed off, and also very distant. Hands up in the comment section if this has happened to you. And feel free to share your experiences as well, as we are still in the month of May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it comes at a great time for whoever might need to hear this right now. Full transparency, as I mentioned from the beginning. It's raining on my head right now. You can't see it in the video. You don't hear any raindrops. You might just hear the sound of the microphone hitting against my beard. That's fine. I went from a couple of droplets to consistent water flow with a potential for torrential downpour in the forecast. Yeah, I'm calling this out because it has been that feeling has been coming over me over the last couple of days, actually the last couple of weeks, to be honest. I haven't been my usual 100. I have not been standing solid on 10 toes. I've not been feeling clear, calm, cool, and collected as per usual. My hands actually feel swollen right now. I feel a little bit stressed, a little bit anxious. As a matter of fact, I actually feel like a fraud. I feel like a fake. I feel like I've been faking everybody out over the last couple of weeks. I've had this feeling happen to me before, and it's really rough, really rough. I have to learn to kind of just like calm down, keep screaming, not a fake, you're not a fraud. You haven't been frauding anybody, just how you feel. Okay, you don't have to live your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You gotta chill. And this isn't the first time that I carry this energy, these emotions. You know, I literally feel like I'm stuck in quicksand and slowly sinking down. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is, to be honest, that has been affecting me. But I'm sure it has to do with my ability to put pressure on myself, so much so that I actually forget to breathe. I forget to breathe, step back, take another breath, regroup, and then proceed to step forward again. I knit my brows. My wife hates that. She'll look at me right away and say, why are you knitting your brows? She gets concerned whenever she sees my face in a certain way that she is not appreciative of, because she always wants to see me smile. And I totally understand that, and I appreciate her. I love her for that. But you know, when you're just not feeling it, it's tough sometimes to overcome. And it's been a struggle for me for a number of years, which results in me feeling overwhelmed and under-delivering. I feel like I'm under-delivering to my clients, to my family, to my friends, to my wife. Just not being my regular self and not bringing my best. Now, I know it sounds like I'm saying, Coach K never has a bad day, so this is silly, this is dumb. And maybe, just maybe, You're surprised at hearing me express all of this and say all of this, but I'm changing my ways and I'm trying to be more expressive and let people know how I feel and what I'm thinking about. And I wouldn't call it a bad day per se, but more like a poor performance. Get it? Poor performance, rain? Okay. That has been extended by a couple of days. It's not a feeling that I enjoy, as it affects everything that I do and everyone around me. It's longer than it has to be. It's kind of like one of those lingering feelings, like a lingering cough. You're like, okay, cough, go away now. But sometimes you get stuck and you wonder, how do you get out of this spot? So, how to get out of a spot like this? Well, if you, like me, have experienced this, you're currently experiencing this, or are anticipating experiencing this similar situation, allow me to share some game with you to help you through it, because that's what we're here for. We're here to give you game to help you to be at your best. First thing, see that phone you got? Stop scrolling, put your phone down, turn it over, and chill for a moment, okay? Disconnect your hand from that phone for just a couple of minutes. Find a way to silence your disquieting thoughts and lower the volume on the noise occurring between your ears that can be caused by spending too much time on social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. YouTube, okay? As you're watching this video right now, you're probably thinking, okay, well, Kareem told me to skip this, so boom. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to find a way to just disconnect yourself from those things for a second, because it can get noisy. It can get really noisy. I personally, for my phone, I actually turn the notifications off. So even when I post something, I don't see who might like it or who might comment on it until after, when I decide to go back in and check it. And I try not to do that on a regular basis because it can get really distracting, number one. And the noise sometimes can be kind of loud. And I realize I'm focusing on things that have zero relevance in my life right now. So I need to just separate myself from those things. I don't want to take my time away and steal the time from my clients or even for myself by devouring all my energy into my handheld phone. And it gets annoying sometimes. But we have to recognize that it's a powerful machine that can definitely dominate our thoughts and our feelings and our actions, and can lead us to feeling in a certain way. Maybe might have us feeling stuck. We're seeing people do things and we're just kind of like, how come we're not doing the same thing? We've heard about this all the time, all before. But we've realized that we need to just take some time to just step aside for a moment. And if we don't put a cap on it, it's going to get bad. Take a moment. Sit with nature. Step outside. Take in some fresh air for a couple of minutes or more. And take some deep breaths. Breathe in, inhale, exhale, 5 or 10 deep breaths. And just think about what you're grateful for in that very moment. Maybe you're grateful for the fact that you actually can get up, walk, move towards a door, back door, front door, your office door, wherever it is, and you have a chance to get outside and get some air, to get some sun, to just breathe a little bit. There are some people out there who are not in your position, who cannot get up for themselves, whether they're sick, they're infirm, whether they're actually in a deep depression and just not able to get out of bed or get off the couch. They'd love to be able to get outside, but they just don't have the energy to do so. You have the energy today to do so. Take advantage of that and be grateful for it. Be grateful for those breaths as well, because some people wish they could breathe freely, but they can't. Asthma, other different ailments that affect their breathing and stuff. Man, people would love to be able to do that stuff, but some people can't. Now, it doesn't mean that every time that you have this feeling, you have to start thinking about other people and what situations they're in. But it helps you to keep things in perspective, to remind you that, hey, you know what? I'm able to do this. I have the opportunity to do this. I have the ability to do this freely. I never want to take that for granted. Second thing, get under an umbrella or find some shelter, especially when it rains. Standing in the rain while it continues to pour does not benefit you or anyone around you. All it will leave you with are wet clothes, high level of frustration from being in wet clothes, and have you feeling more down for the fact that you're in wet clothes and that you're actually being frustrated about being in wet clothes, and maybe you lash out, you snap at somebody for the fact that you're in wet clothes and you're frustrated about that, and you feel down about that, and it goes into a whole loop, and then you apologize and you get frustrated again, and it just continues to go in a continuous circle. What do you need to do with those wet clothes? First of all, you need to find shelter. Find a way to just get dry for a little bit. And then find yourself at home, change out of those wet clothes and step into something a little bit warmer. Now, you need to get yourself under some sort of shelter. Now, what kind of shelter could it be? Sources of shelter could be speaking with a friend, a family member, coworker, your spouse, someone that you trust. Express yourself, share how you feel, what might be affecting you. And one of my main sources that has been a huge help in my life is prayer. If you're a spiritual person, maybe that's something that you do. You regularly pray, whether it be in the morning, at night, during the day. I pray throughout all times of the day because, man, sometimes my patience is tested, not by people necessarily, but just by myself. And I just search for peace, and I'm able to find peace and cool, calm, and collected after that. And that definitely helped me today because I wasn't feeling my best. And it's definitely helped me out throughout all this time. And even when I'm not in a stress situation, still it's a go-to for me. And even if you're a spiritual person, it's probably a go-to for you as well. So whatever way that's going to help you to just kind of lower that tempo down a bit, find it and rely on that shelter to help you to get through. Take the time to express your thoughts on what's on your mind. And check this out. If you're a person, if the person that you're speaking to has a tendency to get distracted easily, start talking about themselves, or they often interrupt you, okay? We all know people like this. Let them know that you want them just to listen. You're giving them your time and energy, and you're asking them for their time and energy to just listen. Don't communicate, don't say anything back, just let you speak. You can say something like, it's not easy for me to share this with you, so right now I'd appreciate it if you could just stop what you're doing and hear me out. And that will prompt their attention and help them to focus on just listening to what you have to say. And if you don't feel like speaking to anyone, that's okay. That's cool. Here's the strategy. Grab a pen and paper, write down your thoughts. Write down whatever you're thinking of, what's on your mind. Free yourself up from what might be weighing you down. Take that piece of paper, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage. Okay? Take another piece of paper, and now start thinking positive thoughts. Start writing down positive things. Write down a couple of things that you are grateful for. Add to that list that you started earlier in the day. Okay? And find a way to just disconnect yourself from those negative feelings as much as you can. Just remember that these things are going to happen. We're going to end up in storms. We're going to end up in these type of situations. So we have to find ways to just find our ways out of it as much as possible. Okay? Third thing you want to do is remember that the rain eventually subsides and it does not last forever. Okay? The sun will eventually come out. The rain showers and storms that come about throughout our day or throughout our week are not permanent unless we allow them to stay there. This means you got to check in on your mindset on a regular basis. Check in on your environment. Maybe there are triggers that you're unaware of, or maybe you are aware of them, but you're just not able to leave them for some reason. Maybe a change of scenery will do you good. Okay, if you're used to doing work from home and you're working in your office and being stuck in your office gives you a certain feeling, set up your table and go outside or go downstairs to the kitchen. Go somewhere where you know you'll have room to breathe and room to just be in a different space that might just help you to adjust your state of mind for the moment. The positive and upbuilding elements that we need more of. What do we need more of? We need more vitamin D. More vitamin D to absorb. And what are those D's actually? Discovery, discussion, determination. Discovery of our mental space and understanding what or why we're in the middle of the rain in the first place. Ask yourself a question. Why am I even here? Why is it raining right now? Why haven't I put up my umbrella yet? What is it that is affecting me? What is it that started triggering this rain? What is it that actually started the whole thing all together? Why don't I have my rain boots out, my rain jacket, my raincoat? Something like that that's going to help you to remind yourself of what you need to have in order to be prepared for when it does indeed rain. Discussion. Have a conversation with someone and talk about what's on your mind, as we mentioned before. And men, this is especially for men, okay? This point here. It doesn't make you weak, doesn't make you soft. It actually makes you strong. It makes you stronger to talk about what you're feeling. It lets you to be free and release whatever thoughts that might be affecting you right now. And not just appear strong on the outside, but actually you'll be stronger on the inside as well. And determination. See your adversity and your obstacles from a different perspective. Because there are benefits to being challenged, being tested, being tried. Opportunities arise. Your strength and will to overcome is put on full display. And your resilient effort to keep going forward can serve as an example to others, creating a spark or surge of energy that can be of benefit to someone who could really, really use it right now. Get outside and get active. Find ways to add some activity to your system. Maybe you want to go for a walk. Go for a little jog, a little run, something that you can do to get yourself moving. If you have a gym membership, you want to get to the gym, hit up your trainer and say, hey man, I've been having kind of a bad day. Can I come and see you? No problem. Set up something that's going to help you to get yourself active and moving. Go for a walk. Go for a walk with your loved ones, with your kids, with your coworkers, and find time throughout your day to just disconnect yourself from that rainstorm as much as you can, and take the opportunity to go out and see the sun, because the sun will definitely give you life. It's definitely something that can help you to be upbuilt and feel energized and feel empowered once again. So where do we go from here? Here's the real deal, guys. Expect more clouds, expect more rainfall, expect more downpours, because in this life, they are unavoidable. It's true. But it's not about how hard it rains, but how well we respond to the storm. Can you stand the rain? The answer, yes. Yes, you can. The First 5 podcast, new name, same energy, is available for download on Spotify, Apple, Google, Breaker, and other streaming platforms, courtesy of it used to be courtesy of Anchor, but it's now no longer Anchor. It's now just Spotify. If you're on Instagram, make sure to follow us at the First 5 Podcast. And for free daily fitness, game, and motivational content, make sure to follow goodfit_fitness as well. And for more episodes of the First 5, follow us, turn the notifications on, and stay up to date with brand new content. Look out for this video on our YouTube channel. Please take time to check it out. Give us some views, give us some likes, give us some hits, provide some comments, please. We really do appreciate it. You can find our channel at goodfit.tv. The link's always going to be in our bios as well, as we continue to bring you quality content aimed at inspiring you to be 1% better every day. And remember this, every day above ground is a good day, especially with you in it. So let's go out and let's go make it a great day. It's your boy Coach K, signing out. Peace. Have a great one.
Reborn, yeah, right from out of the ashes. Won't be long unless you're waiting. So get your gloves on.